So, what's with the gloomy look? Left someone dear behind?
Yeah. You could say that.
Been there. So, Nordson, eh? You better buckle up. We've got some nasty weather coming in.
I heard. Sadly, caring about storms is a luxury people in my line of work are rarely afforded.
Oh, and what kind of work is that?
Special Agent, Violent Crimes. Central Bureau.
Well, shit.
You there. This is a restricted crime scene.
Vera Englund, Central Bureau.
Oh, you're Agent England. Sorry for shouting at you. I'm Gabriel.
Apology accepted. Now, brief me, please.
Certainly, ma'am. The victim is Carl Oscarson, age 33, stabbed to death by an unknown assailant. He worked here as a carpenter and was found early this morning by a coworker who was sitting over there by the window.
Got it.
Sorry about the state of the crime scene. We're not used to this sort of thing.
Evidently. This entire room should have been evacuated. Staying clear of the body would have decreased the risk of contaminating evidence.
Yeah, maybe we should have established a wider perimeter.
Yes, I would highly advise that for next time.
Got it. I'll strive to do better in the future.
Good to hear. Now, give me a second while I examine the body.
Sure, I'll be here. So, is this where you use your X-ray vision?
My what?
Come on, you have to be aware of the rumors. How agents like you are supposed to be equipped with some kind of advanced cybernetics?
The Central Bureau has a strict no-comment policy on those types of inquiries.
I bet it does. Well, let's carry on.
All right, we've got multiple knife-sized stab wounds to the chest. I don't see a murder weapon, so I take it none was found at the scene?
That's right. All knives and sharp tools in the building have been accounted for, too.
It looks like the victim was attacked directly from the front. I don't see any major defense wounds, so this was either a surprise attack, or the victim knew the perpetrator. What about any potential suspects, Constable? Did Carl have enemies?
None as far as we know. He seemed to be well liked among the guys here, but the man who found him might know more.
There was a photo in his chest pocket. It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman, taken fairly recently by the look of it. He's holding hands with the woman, but I can't discern her face. Too much damage to the photo. She's wearing a brass necklace. Could be relevant. Okay, that must be Carl's locker. Post-mortem, huh? That would suggest that he likely only touched the body after death. Hello, I'm Agent Englund. I have some questions for you.
Hi. Okay, go ahead.
Why don't you tell me about what happened this morning?
Okay. I get up early for my morning smoke. I keep my smokes in my locker, so I came in here. I saw Carl lying in the corner. It was still kind of dark, so I thought he'd fallen and hurt himself. I ran over to him. That's when I noticed the blood, and I guess I was kind of in shock, so I tried to stop the bleeding, but then I felt how cold he was. I yelled for help. The guys came running, and then Josef, our foreman, sent someone to go get the police.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Carl alive?
Late last night, around midnight. He stayed up with us playing cards, which is unusual.
Unusual? How so?
Well, it was rare for Carl to stick around in the evenings. He usually went out by himself.
Oh. Do you know where he used to go?
No idea. He didn't talk much about that. Maybe he went to the canteen to meet some friends. Anyway, Carl seemed a bit anxious last night. He seemed distracted.
Got it. Thanks for the info. Can you tell me a little bit about Carl?
Sure. I've known him since I started working here 4 years ago. We instantly hit it off. He had a great sense of humor. He used to be so cheerful, you know? Always kidding around, always with a smile on his face. But then about a year ago, something happened. He became absent-minded and humorless. I know people can change, but this came seemingly from nowhere.
Huh. What do you think caused this shift?
No idea. Whatever it was, he wouldn't confide in me about it.
What's your opinion on the policeman over there?
Gabriel is a good man. He's been a cop in Nordsund for quite a while.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Have a look at this picture. Do you know who the woman is?
Yeah, that's just some old girlfriend of Carl's from ages ago.
Is that so? It doesn't look that old. At least Carl looks about the same.
Guess the guy aged well. Any other questions?
You should know that it would not serve your best interests to hide information from me. By refusing to cooperate, you'll force me to escalate the situation with a formal interrogation at the police station. None of that is necessary. I'm only interested in finding Carl's murderer.
I'm sorry. I gave him a promise. The lady in the photo, Carl is still seeing her. Well, was, I suppose.
Why wouldn't you tell me that from the beginning?
It was a secret. Carl said they would both get in trouble if anybody knew.
Why would they get into trouble? An affair?
I didn't ask, but yeah, it could be.
All right. Tell me everything you know about this woman.
Carl said she lived somewhere north of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, I believe you. There's an old coin in here that looks stuck. I can probably pull it out using some extra strength. Got the coin. Locked. Doesn't look incredibly strong, though. I might be able to get it open with enough force.
Geez, try not to wreck the place.
No reason for alarm. I just needed to get this locker open. I could go and follow up on the Saffron lead now, but I should check out the dormitory first. There was a piece of paper in one of the inner pockets. I could go and follow up on the Saffron lead now, but I should check out the dormitory first. The note looks like it was written by a woman. It reads, "Hi, Doofus. You're registered now. Go try it out. Remember how you totally flipped the day I first came to Nordsund? Kisses." Hey, I'm gonna go check out the dorm. Where's Carl's bed?
Turn left and then go straight. I left the light on so it'd be easy for you to find.
Gotcha. Be right back. Huh. There are a lot of prints around a panel on the air duct. The panel is screwed on tight. I'll need some way of getting it loose. A few more questions, if I may. Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
What for? Are you taking this place apart?
Not exactly. I need it to get some potential evidence.
Sounds strange to me, but either way, it's not my job to do your errands.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
Gabriel.
Yeah?
Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
Not really. The foreman collected all of the tools and locked them up after the murder.
Okay, that's all I need for now.
Very well, Agent.
A few more questions. Hey, do you happen to know where I can get a screwdriver?
What for? Are you taking this place apart?
Not exactly. I need it to get some potential evidence.
Sounds strange to me, but either way, it's not my job to do your errands.
That's enough questions for now.
Okay.
There was a small key hidden inside the duct. I think I'm almost done here. I should just talk to Gabriel before I go. Hey, I think I'm done here.
Oh, okay. Mind sharing your findings?
It seems like the murder could be tied to a secret relationship Carl had with a woman. But I'm leaving all options open.
Sounds reasonable. You have a lead to follow up on?
Yes, I have reason to believe that Carl recently passed through an area with saffron plants somewhere in Nordsund. Maybe I can correlate that with Carl's movements to the north of town when seeing that woman.
Good. Meanwhile, we'll transport the body to the morgue and have an autopsy performed as soon as possible. Do you want us to keep the area sealed off?
No need. I'm done here and won't come back. You can let the men get back to work.
Very well. I'll let them know.
By the way, how do I get to the police station from here?
Just head straight east outside. You'll see it.
Got it. See you later. Suppose it can't hurt. Stuck again. Go figure. Hey, what's happening here?
Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Oh, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks. All right, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
Weekend's coming up. Great, huh?
Looks like you've got a head start.
All shoes repaired, all coats patched up. That's when you call it a day. Finish your work fast and you get the best food rations. Oldest trick in the book.
I get it. Well, enjoy your time off.
Gotta rest my mind, stranger. Have a long weekend shift ahead of me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your time off. Hey, I'm Vera Englund, Special Agent.
Oh, I heard about you. I'm Rolf, the plant master of Nordsund.
A plant master? What's that?
A foreman of sorts. I oversee a team of gardeners who tend to our shared crops.
Got it. I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead.
What do you know about the murder of Carl Oscarson?
Almost nothing. I just heard half an hour ago. Damn shame.
Do you happen to know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
Perhaps. What would this gentleman have to gain from that piece of information?
This behavior suggests that you are a hustler, one with scruples and low supply. Cooperating would make sure your business is left alone.
Reading you loud and clear, officer.
It's agent, or special agent, not officer. That's a police rank.
Whatever you say, agent. Now, two places come to mind. The greenhouses to the south, and a few crops near Mimir Road.
Mimir Road, where's that?
North of the town square. Look for two large farming robots standing around.
All right, got it. Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Not really. But like many other people, we had some contact in our work.
Okay. What was your impression of him?
Nice guy. Too nice. I'd even go so far as to call him gullible. Wouldn't be surprised if that's what got him killed.
That's so. You think he trusted the wrong person?
I'm just thinking out loud here. But yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker.
What's your opinion on Gabriel?
The cop? Can't say I enjoy his company. Last time we met, he gave me a couple of nasty bruises.
Resisting arrest?
That'd certainly be how he'd justify it.
Okay, that's all I need.
Alrighty. See you around.
What do you make of this?
Not sure. But about the first day I came to Nordsund, I think the police have records of when people come and go.
Ah, might be worth a follow-up. Thanks.
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me?
Humor me. I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Order. Sorting my notes. Chaos.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
An anatomically correct gentleman. Volter's Robot Emporium.
Howdy, Pilgrim, and welcome to Volter's Bot Emporium. Novelty bionics, pet androids, robotic companions, we've got them all.
Hi there. I'm Special Agent Vera Anglin.
Ooh, here to solve the murders, right?
Uh...
What? Did Pop spill some oil when he lubed my joints this morning? I told you to keep my chassis clean in case of chicks.
For crying out loud, Nissa, just let the police lady ask her questions.
Oh, great. A ventriloquist act.
Oh no, she's on to us.
Fine, you caught me. The man with the blue hat is just a puppet that I'm cunningly controlling with a set of strings.
That's a gosh darn lie. I'm fully steam-powered.
This is inappropriate behavior, citizen. I have some questions about the recent murders.
Sure thing, officer. Just keep in mind that all of these are just harmless automatons. There's no real CPUs or nothing around here.
I'm not here to report illicit technology. I'm just interested in the killings.
All right, then shoot. Ask away.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Yeah, friendly guy. Came here buying spare parts every now and then.
Spare parts? Like what?
All sorts. Filters, tubes, nuts and bolts, various electrical gizmos.
Any idea of what the parts were for?
Couldn't say, but I'm pretty sure whatever it was, it had fluid in it. Maybe a water filtering system, a pump, something like that.
All those parts laying around, but do I ever get a working left arm, Pops? No, you'd rather let some carpenter assemble a goddamn aquarium.
I could replace Mr. Limpy with a water gun if you prefer.
Man, soon you'll even let the kids paint a clown face on me again.
With a water gun for an arm, at least you could spray yourself clean afterwards.
What's your opinion on Gabriel, the policeman?
He's an asshole. That's what.
Nissa thinks that guy is robophobic. Don't ask.
Do you know anything about a woman who is seeing Carl Oscarson?
Nope, I hardly even knew the guy.
So, what can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, well, what you see is what you get.
A crazy old fart with chronic coffee breath.
Oh, quiet, you little rascal. What I am is a tinkerer, a craftsman, a father of machines. I cherish building them. I adore putting them on display, and I especially love talking to them.
I've noticed. So how long have you been building robots?
Oh, ever since I was a boy. I grew up over at the junkyard. The place was cramped with old discarded robots. I didn't have many friends, you see. So, I decided to befriend these machines instead.
I'm off. See you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye, police lady.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass. It's not like they could find Nordson on a map.
I, for one, am grateful for the help. From what I hear, the person they sent is young, but quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth, and this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, that train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind me.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were, but unfortunately a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there are some Bureau procedures before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise. I'm a bit confused here. Who do I report to?
Only to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face, in the evenings. The balcony inside the local canteen is a good place to meet.
Okay. I think I have what I need then. I'll go talk to the commissary.
Good. We'll catch up later. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it for you?
What do you mean?
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation? The nanofluid injection?
Sticking to the boring scientific terms, aren't we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking the blue. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the blue?
A sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me. A crystal clear lucidity I had never felt before.
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. What I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope? We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah, that covers the usual suspects. All right, I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
Damn good coffee. Nice big lemon. Small miracle to see it grow to that size under these conditions. There's a bottle of molding resin here. Might be useful.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry. So either the entrance was open, or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it, if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Exactly what kind of power does Town Hall have over the Nordson police?
Well, there's the elected mayor, Marianne Holst, and the town council with 5 members. Technically, they can't interfere with our work, but they do allocate resources to the police department, so I try to appease them where I can.
So they can't fire you if they disagree with your methods?
No, I'm independently elected, but they certainly have ways of making my life a living hell if they really want to.
Got it. Thanks for the info. One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic. Dr. Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done. Did you know Carl Oscarson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. Haven't talked to Carl myself for many years.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more. What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern, but fair.
Oh, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far, Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. At least he brings home a fresh trout every now and then.
What do you think of Walter, the robot maker?
He may be a little strange, that man, but he has a heart of gold. Nordson wouldn't be the same without him.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. She gets things done, unlike some of the other people on the council. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but she calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back, and when I'm wrong, well, she won't let me revel in my sweet ignorance for long.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell on the past.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years now. I took over when the previous commissary died. I'm married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city now. We're counting the days to Christmas when she comes back to visit.
What do you make of this?
Not sure, but if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizens' records behind me.
Right. I might do that if I can figure out who wrote this note. That's all I needed.
Very well.